last time, you guys had made your way through these various chambers dealing with all sorts of weird creatures, gugs, this weird earth creature from the plane of earth, had a conversation with a ghoul, dealt with some toxic fungus. As you guys continue your exploration in what you eventually were able to figure out was, or you're in or around the land of Sagarak, a dwarven, one of the dwarven kingdoms under the Five Kings Mountains. Kind of giving yourself a bit of idea of where you are actually in the world. How do I close this now? And then, so with that, we'll just hop right back into it. And you guys just finished dealing with the Grikatar in the kitchen room. And are ready to continue on your explorations.
Screw that thing.
Yeah, after killing the Grikatar, we found like 6 bars of pure mithril ore. It was great.
Yeah.
It was very worth killing that thing. We didn't just get pots and pans.
I'm just going to put the pot of the mithril pot on her head and use it as a helmet.
Nice.
Gonna get possessed now.
Nice. Good pots and pans.
Yeah, wait a minute. So let's go back into that room. As much as I don't want to go in that room ever again.
Okay.
There was absolutely nothing in here but just a bunch of tools. No explanation of how this thing got here. I guess we're chalking it up to the thin veil between planes.
Well, actually, it's a tragic story. It was it was an Avon salesperson who was just trying to make enough.
Sounds tragic already.
For the pink Cadillac, and got lost down here in the lands down under, and a kangaroo lured it in with some crack cocaine, and it's never been the same.
Yeah, you see, its first original home wasn't actually in the kitchen. It was in this fucking loo.
Ooh, that'll do it.
Yeah. Just made it a very, very sad person.
Shnava will retrieve her ration that she threw on the stove, thinking that would cause some sort of effect. Can't let that go to waste.
It was an impressive attempt, but no. Did not work as intended. So.
Pyramid schemes unite.
Okay, nothing in the oven. Just gonna and you said, are these pots really mithril and stuff? Was Van joking? I made.
I was joking.
Oh, okay.
The only thing, the instruments, the tools are rather, they're finely made, so they are a sterling artisan tool set for cooking.
That's fun. Let's grab that.
So they probably are mithril, but it just feels like a underwhelming reward for our efforts.
Shnava will grab the tools, as it were.
It's the non-stick mithril, not the weapon grade mithril.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. What are we doing here? What's going on?
Chef grade mithril.
How do I get rid of this? I don't get rid of it. Oh well, it's in my way. Anyway.
Okay. Are these stairs?
Those are stairs, but there's a left of stairs. That section, and like you can see what looks to have been 2 stairways at one time, but have now been just collapsed by rubble and time.
Oh,
to
and
just
there's
be-
like a bunch of dead gugs in here too, right? Like we're just stepping over them.
Yeah, there's
There's
like
a lot in this
three
here,
or
this
four
one.
like dead gugs. Yeah.
Before we move on, now clicking Lucia's token and noticing her HP. Did we do? I don't
Oh,
think we did
yes.
healing, right? Like we ended that combat and then stopped.
We ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got chomped up pretty good.
Yeah, definitely would appreciate some mud along my and Lucia's way.
Let's take a rest before we figure out what's going on. What's our next move? I guess we're going through those doors. Maybe we should kind of take a moment. Yeah. Heal up. I'm down 20, so I'll take if everyone else is already good. Once
We
you
were-
guys are healed up.
We were looking at some cleric, and cleric has a feat called Magic Hands that if you use medicine to treat wounds, you treat all the die as if you had rolled maximum.
Oh,
That's
wow.
cool.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like bitterly building out a cleric just to see like
Oh no.
how much
God damn it.
of it I can handle.
You know,
'Cause it's basically
Loved us, you'd take that fucking feat.
Well, I have to be a cleric, like full cleric, to take it. I
Oh,
can't-
screw that.
That's archetype.
Yeah. You have to have the healing font feature to take the healing hands feat to be able to get the
Whatever
magic
you're
hands
doing,
feat.
it's working. Because we're still.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I and Lucia, who were on death's door, are both fully healed, so we're fine after that.
Cool.
Sounds
And that's
good.
with the water
Yeah.
medic, so I can touch 4 people at the same time. With my-
Anybody besides Lucia need healing?
You got munched on.
I mean,
What's
everyone
that?
should be at full after all. I assume.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to take some of that. I'm going to dip in
Take some of that healing.
20 points.
You don't have to. It's not a pool.
Dip in and out. Yeah. Healing
Whoa.
party. Okay. Shield is good. Yes.
Sure, they're gonna be smashed.
Yeah, didn't really take any shield damage that fight. Okay. Well,
Oh yeah, let me.
it was good. All right. I guess it's only one way to go. Anything special on the door made out of stone, I'm assuming?
Correct. It is made out of stone. But other than that, it is nothing. There's nothing special about the actual thing itself.
I'm gonna do a percept zoning on. And Shinava's shield has the light spell, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Step on up. Just a plain old stone door.
Step right up. Step right up.
Listening in at the door, you can definitely hear a slight noises kind of coming from the other side. Your best guess, kind of listen to what you can make out. So it does sound a bit familiar. So it probably sounds like additional gugs, yeah.
Oh, jeez. There's more gugs in there. She backs away from the door. Oh, right. I mean,
All right.
we know these things are hostile, right? Are
To
they?
confirm.
She's starting to have conflicts about murder.
Are there walls on every side? I can see half a
Yeah.
square at the top and half a square at the bottom. Okay. I wanted to make sure that was a wall and not just like my vision stopped. Okay.
No, yeah, it's just the walls on the map are just like really thin, so
What did we learn about gugs?
Yeah, no
Can we go over what we've learned about gugs as far as like do they
They
have
got
a
long necks.
society? Yeah. Oh, other than well, no, not their combat stuff. More like their, are they a society? Do they Are they social animals or creatures or? I mean, they're freaking aberrations, right? They're not even of this world.
They are in fact aberrations.
Do they communicate? Can they speak? Does anybody know anything about these things?
I mean, I think who rolled the thing last time, but yes, they can definitely speak. They have quite a big appetite. They love to eat things. They like to eat all sorts of creatures. They like to eat ghast as well. They like to eat they don't like ghouls, but generally, usually I think for the most part, underground type creatures. They can, work in groups, hunt alone.
Right, and they do have a language. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
Are they generally evil?
We apply those standards because
yes, considering that they eat most creatures, yes.
Okay. It's just starting to feel a little bad about not really talking, at least trying to talk to them, and feel like we may be murder hoboing this place.
Yeah, they got
Offense to hobo.
Well, I mean, my first counter to that would be we have a home, so we cannot be murder hobos.
Sure.
We are murder land speculators.
Yeah,
Murder land speculators.
All
We
right,
like to.
well, there's no surprise in anybody. What do you guys want to do? We're gonna go in.
Ultra low latency.
Yeah, I have a couple of chain lightnings left.
Can we maybe try and talk to them first? I just need to know for sure. Scoot the bodies out of the way so that I can't see them when we open the door. So I was going to kick out all the bodies, drag them into the bathrooms or whatever. Take a few minutes.
Covered in gut blood. There, we're fixed.
Okay, is that good? Is that cool?
Okay, sure.
All
How do
right.
they fucking talk?
Good. Take a deep breath. Everybody ready?
Sure.
Let's do this thing.
Let me see if I can pre-buff anything. Hold on.
What do I have prepared right now?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking at too. Hold on.
The Volus apparition that keeps disappearing. It's like, hello, I'm Volus.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. So I'm just going to push open the door.
Okay.
Shield out.
Hold on.
Get too close, Doc. Parrot House, try and stay close to me. Can't protect you from too far. But lately, I feel like you don't need my protection as much.
You're growing up.
It's becoming a big boy.
There you go.
Hi! Oh god, they're angry. Look, their things are open. They're pissed off.
Oh, I mean, their heads are mouths, so I imagine they're not happy about that.
That's how they say hello.
I got them as a good sound set. Gotta pull that up.
So,
Really, wow.
Yeah.
opening the doors, you see this rather large chamber. And as you open it, you can see there are new, very images of Dwarven imagery, Dwarven faces kind of all around, almost like peering down into this room. A very grand display. There are some Dwarven statues in the corners, kind of holding these like dwarven like revelers with these horns, and you see a bunch of dogs that are howling, ready at the door for you. And with that, we're gonna go straight to an initiative.
But wait a minute. It's just trying to like.
I just
Say
want to
something.
talk.
All right. Well, she's gonna. Fine, be that way. She's gonna scream at him. Just kind of upset, sad, but she's gonna scream back victory cry.
Rah!
19,
Her cries are very feral. Yeah. Just
34,
And
22,
here we go.
26.
own big money. Oh God.
Did you drink anymore?
At least that wasn't your initiative.
I didn't hear him drink any water now.
Oh gee.
Yeah, silver lining.
Pick it up. Oh,
Okay,
now I
I
know
think
we
I-
could just burst into the rooms and kill every gug we see next time.
Okay, that was the wrong initiative for me.
What's your initiative be? 27?
Yeah, 27.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, looks like we are good. Alright. So with that, Perto is the first one to react.
Okay. I'm gonna mark this one, the one directly in front of us, as per usual, and roll nature just to see if I get that success and that sweet +1.
We go again.
That's a crit.
Oh,
Okay.
So we all get
So
the bonus.
You all get the bonus on a normal success too, but yeah, everyone gets a +1 on their first attack against that one. Is how it works. I'm gonna summon Volus as a ghost in the square because that's my thing I do now.
There's something on this initiative tracker that's not visible.
Oh no.
I'm like, what is this thing down here?
And then I am going to throw Eclipse at that one.
That's metagaming.
So 33 with the +1.
Won't be
That-
gave me on that 6 seconds.
That hits.
Nice. Okay, so the Eclipse damage, and now it's also bleeding and dazzled. Or I can't remember, was this the one that couldn't be dazzled, or was that the other?
They don't have
flying
eyes.
bird thing?
That was the other thing.
Right, they
That
don't
was
have
the
eyes.
Oh,
that was the
there's
bad
other
thing.
Oh, it's the bad
Yeah.
thing, right?
Okay, I thought it was the bat thing, but I couldn't remember. Because like, you're right. These also like their face is mouth, but
So they got eyes somewhere on that body.
yeah, that is my 3.
Really? She has.
Mystery guest, sign in, please.
Yeah. Rocks fall. It was the rocks. That was the initiative. Cave collapses.
He vanished off my list. There you go.
It's okay. He doesn't need to be on here.
Good boy.
That bat could come back at any moment, too. We should go there.
Does neither match nor oppose it to the Monday. Alright. Alright, you guys hear some sounds from the chamber.
I don't think I'm flying anymore, correct?
Right.
Oh, God damn it.
I love being right out of the AoE range. Ah, damn it! Spoke too soon.
Aimed at the doorway.
Oh no!
I need everybody except Kichaka to make.
It's only a 15-foot burst. Can't be that bad.
I need
shot
everyone
of
to
luck.
make fortitude saves.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my god. And then what is everyone's everyone except Kichaka, what are the alignments?
Hold on. Mine should be at 35. I'm sorry. For some reason, I have a +2 temporary bonus. I'm not sure why that's there.
That's my. If it's your, that might be my bag of weed. If it's your first saving throw of the day, you get a +2.
Oh,
Literally
okay.
only first one of the
Bag
day.
of weed.
You know, that shit helps.
Good, oppose it. Got it, good, opposes it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Dr. Martin is lawful evil.
Is he actually?
That's
Yeah.
great.
You're lawful evil?
Yeah.
The fuck, dude?
I am maybe not so good.
Alright.
Tell me he's just unaffected by this then.
Dr. Martin is unaffected by the spell.
Let's go.
Everybody starts looking at him like, what's going on there? Uh-oh.
Ran fails.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it hurts so bad, guys. Cough, cough.
Okay.
Feel the pain.
Yeah. Oh,
Feel
my
your
skin
pain.
is burning.
So
The holiness.
Van takes 38 points of evil damage
Oof.
and is sickened 1.
Oof.
Oof.
Shanawa, do you have
Yes.
do the thing
Juggernaut.
with it's automatic a crit, right?
I'm going to re-roll my fortitude just to make... I don't know why. It's in my notes, but it's not showing up. Don't ignore that roll, obviously. I'm just... Cool.
Probably
So
neutral.
I'm good. So is Perto, if he rolled well enough, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Perta
no.
rolled a 23 though, so probably
Oh,
not.
no.
Lucia's also fine. Perta, on the other hand,
No.
takes 38 points of damage,
And
is sickened 2,
yep.
Okay. So,
and while you're sick, you're also slowed 1.
Awesome.
okay, just got to puke yourself. What happened?
You feel this evil force that's just kind of like fill the entire area of just pure evil
Boy.
energy to kind of fill the area, and it just, you can see those of you that are definitely not as, those of you that are, kind of have your strong beliefs in good, it really just digs at you. The ones that are neutral, you kind of on a struggle, and those that are evil, it's like a warm, cozy feeling. It does not affect you one bit.
That's too funny.
Oh. Ah. Ow. Shifty eyes.
Dip the eye.
I think every single one of us is a different
Yeah,
alignment
funny.
too. What's your alignment, Hobo?
At the moment, neutral.
Yeah, see, every single one of us is different.
Good team comp. Just
So the other guy will come up, and it will be Shro's attack against Shanava.
oh, that's right. The damn reach.
No.
So the second attack, we'll just say that's the second one that one misses, but the first one,
Oh, the first one is a hit.
That's
My shield. Oh, my shield was up, right? Did we say? I don't know.
You said you came in with your shield up.
So it's still a hit. Yeah.
Mhm.
Never mind. Moot point.
24 points of piercing damage.
Ay.
And then the other jaw attack is a miss. And that brings us to Kitchaka's turn.
Oh,
I think we should back up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's actually not going to do anything for me, is it? Because... Yeah,
Something
I just need to be
evil
on-
in
I
there!
need to be on this screen.
Well, yeah, no shit. Okay, then I will.
Because it's not actually going to restream right now.
Electric Eye. Oh.
Hey.
At least both fail. But one quick fail.
Okay, the arc shoots and hits the first one dead on, causing it to jolt with electricity as it juts off the other one, arcing between the two hulking figures.
They're like thighs and corduroys. I'm telling you.
Alright.
We don't know where this
Nice one.
this wave of evilness came from, or there's no indication. Correct?
You heard some. You heard some chanting in the room.
Oh, I guess. Sorry, that's a question I should have asked. Since I'm the only one who had a reaction, is it something I could have tried to identify? I.e., was it a spell or was it just some ability?
I guess
Yeah, I think-
my question is. Let me see your token actually.
Do I have to see the caster? That's
Yeah,
a good
that-
question.
That's my question. Do you actually need to see who's casting the spell?
Let me check the feat. Recognize spell.
I would assume.
It doesn't really.
A
say.
creature within line of sight casts a spell that you don't have prepared.
Oh, within line of sight. Yep, good
Yeah.
call. Yep, you must be aware of the casting. So nope, never mind.
Okay, yeah. So then I don't think anybody currently has sight on wherever the spell came from.
Yeah, I can't see it, and I was the only one that went before it, anyways.
Mhm.
So, okay, just checking.
All right. Shanaba's turn.
It's shitty. Sure, what to do here? Do you guys want to go in? No, Ben, you probably want some clearage, right?
Yeah. The more I can see, the more I can hit.
Yeah, we're gonna back up so we can get him in a nice straight line, at least. Damn it, Bear! She's gonna do shit. She's gonna move back here. Take a swig from her mug. Nice big healthy slurp. Downs it like a whole pint. And I guess that's all I'm gonna really be able to do for now.
Okay. Van's turn.
Does it pair to back up?
I'm gonna try to unsicken myself. Probably not.
No, that's a fail.
Alright, I will spend another action to unsicken myself.
Fail.
Oh man.
Man, I am just not on it today. That's my turn.
Van takes his time and is trying to wrench himself, but unfortunately cannot get himself to puke.
Gonna drink some of this?
Dr. Martin.
Can't while you're sickened.
Okay. I am. am I going to do?
Good question.
Caltrips?
Yeah, probably cantrip is a good
Or
start.
caltrip? I'm just throwing ideas at you, suggestions.
Oh
Yes,
no,
please.
I don't have caltrops.
You're not an alchemist anymore, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have the formula for that anymore. I had to get rid of some things to learn how to do magic stuff. Oh, I do not like being this close to everybody else, but I have no choice. I am going to electric arc. Zort that guy with electricity and bounce the other guy with electricity. Oh god. Glorious day. Okay, well, I can die tonight and I'll be happy, so cool.
Oh, nice. That's great.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. See this guy. Then it will make an attack towards Perto. Just the first one.
Yep, 37 will hit.
Okay, so that's 27 points of piercing damage.
Schnabel will deflect the blow.
That takes.
Back up, pair 10. 15. So you don't take 10, my man.
Right. Or 12, right? It's the first one. 27. So I take.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the. Yeah, okay.
No, it just. Yeah, it did the double post thing because roll 20.
12. Sorry, I'll deduct another 2.
And then second attack. Also sees through it. Also at Perto. It's a 32 to hit.
Let me check. Yes. Yep, that just is.
Oof.
That's another 21 points of slashing damage.
Dang. Okay.
Schnabel's going to shield block that out as well. With my second reaction. So you
Second
take-
reaction. Jeez.
only for shield blocks, though.
Your shield block does 15, right? I already subtracted the 21, so
15. Divine energy flashes before your eyes.
we'll add back 15. Perfect. Perto just getting beat up immediately. Jeez.
Well, I'm blocking you, dude. Because I feel like you're going to take a bunch of hits. And I
Oh
can't.
yeah. I mean, now I've
I had to, I had
already.
to help them, so that's why I'm just doing everything I can to help you right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lucian.
Okay, and then just roll the bleed damage.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
I'll take it.
Nice, 8 points on bleed.
Really nice.
Go
Really
back
nice.
down. Bring this to Perto. I'm hoping that solves my double clicking addition I have.
Let's see. Perto. To quickly look at his inventory to see if he has those health pots left. Yeah. We'll down one of those for 19 hit points, and then remember these things have reach.
Correct, so that will provoke.
Dang it.
Ooh, could you step back first? Do a
The
step
second I
forward?
clicked it, I was like, wait a minute. I think their reach is like 15 feet though. Like I can't even just step out of it.
Correct, yeah.
Mhm. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
37 to hit.
Yeah, that does damage. Okay, so 30 more hit points. Cool. Well, luckily, I have one more potion left, and it's used its reaction, so unless it can take 2, which I'm just going to take that gamble, I'll use another one, and
Oh,
heal a very
jeez.
small amount of hit points. Jeez.
You can make up for the hits you got.
So,
I hate-
overall, I lost 3 hit points.
I hate to be that person.
No, really?
It's in reach. Oh my
No. Not the attack of opportunity. But you are sickened.
Yeah, you can't take
Oh,
potions
So
while
you
you're
can't
sick,
you can't drink anything
Oh.
while you're sick.
which means you wouldn't have gotten hit.
no.
to
I
begin with.
wouldn't, I
Correct.
wouldn't have got hit then, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'll subtract 29 and start over.
Okay.
No, but
Choose
that's
your
exactly what I
actions
shield
to
block.
And also
Gag yourself.
30 points.
and also remember that you are slow, so you only have 2 actions this turn as well.
Also very important. Okay,
Let's
Um,
rewind this turn.
yeah. In that case, Perto's gonna do 1 step, and then he's gonna do skirmish strike step. So he's gonna move back, or he's gonna throw Eclipse and then move back again. At the same one I've been thrown at the whole time.
Jesus.
Oh, party
Right.
gift.
Amazing.
Why is it opening it now?
That's great.
Let me roll that 1d6 for deadly.
Oh,
My goodness.
So it's 20,
what's
30.
going on here? So how much damage is this
So
total?
it's 36?
Sorry, like the damage in total? You're saying?
Yeah.
I believe so. The electricity damage also doubles, but
Yeah.
yeah, so it's 36 in total.
I think when you get a crit with a shocking weapon, something else happens too.
Oh, does it really? Oh yeah, because I
No
do
way.
have, I guess it's a knife, but it's already bleeding. I have, critical specialization too, if that matters, but I think that's only weapons related.
Oh wow, that's great.
Is it really? My goodness.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. In that case, it's gonna deal electricity damage also to the other drug.
Does it do the whole 10 damage, or does it just do normal damage to the other ones?
Equal amount of
Electricity
electricity damage to up to 2 creatures.
Alright. But Oxen hits this one. Do 10 electricity damage to that one.
Awesome. And then I assume these things have dark vision, right? So it's the blind is irrelevant.
Correct.
Okay.
The blind is irrelevant.
I think that was the only. Sorry, just checking Eclipse's long notes page to see if it does anything else on a crit. Okay, so then Lucia is also just gonna step here, and then Volus disappears at the beginning of the turn, and that'll be my turn because I was slowed.
Okay.
This is probably going to be painful. Well, nice and grouped up. I'm just hoping we're out of line of sight of whatever was casting in there. Oh, hi
Hi.
there. Oh, God. What is that?
You see another guard kind of coming down. This one has like, it's a bit more furry. Almost has like what looks to be some fur of some God knows what animal kind of like draped around it itself. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it will begin to cast a spell.
Oh boy, of course.
I need Lucia to make a fortitude save.
Oh yeah, recognize spell. What is it?
It is flesh to stone.
Oh my goodness! How dare you?
Oh my
Did we
god.
prepare any counters for that?
I got that.
I don't know if we were expecting that.
I mean, it happened before, so I thought we had prepared some counter.
Do you
stone to
share?
flesh.
Do you share hero points with your animal companion?
Yeah, I do, but like, am I gonna roll better than that? You think?
gonna need
You
more-
rolled
we're
a
gonna need more.
9.
I
Yes.
gotta try it though, right? I guess so.
I mean, just so you.
Nope. Oh my goodness.
So Lucia is slowed one as part of his body kind of slowly starts to like tighten
Oh
up
god.
and get
It's a
rigid.
fucking ongoing effect.
Correct. It keeps ticking.
Wow, that's so cool. It's like a battle in your body.
Actually, that makes it interesting.
That's so cool.
Okay.
Curiosity, these doors open inward or outward?
They opened.
Asking for
They would have opened inward towards you. Actually.
that's good to know.
The good thing you have a free hand to open doors because of your
Yep.
feet.
Dude, that's one of my favorite feats. Okay, this is
Jaw attack against Nava.
Is that the roll right there?
Yes, 32 to hit.
No, that does not hit.
And then 26. That's also a miss. Kitchaka's turn.
It's too spry.
Do you have any spells that cure stuff?
What did you say?
You.
I couldn't understand you. What did you say?
Oh, I said, do you have any spells that like cure conditions, or is it only your treat condition that you have via the thing?
My dream condition basically covers nearly everything at this point. But yeah, I've got spells too. What conditions do we presently need dealt with?
Archo's sickened 2, I'm sickened 1, and Lucia's slowed 1. And when the slow condition goes away on Lucia, they don't have to worry about flesh to stone.
Right. Let me double check.
So while we wait to see what did Kitchaka choose to do.
I was checking
Yeah.
the options. Okay, so apparently I can't do anything about slow with medicine. But
So it's actually, I think,
jam binds down your throats to make you puke.
That'd be appreciated.
Yeah, doesn't it take like one action to force yourself to puke to get it over with?
Yeah.
But they
Yeah,
they keep
failure.
going.
Told you should have drank more with Shinava. You'd be pro at this.
All right, then would ward medic wouldn't apply to this, would it, Rob? The one that allows me to target up to 4 people at the same time.
I think that's only
No,
when
that's
you
treat
use.
Okay, so this is treat condition. Never mind. Okay, so I will use, and it's 2 actions. So,
2 actions to treat the condition.
all right, Van.
That is
I shove a vine down his throat. Does he puke?
he does puke. That is enough to overcome his sickened feeling.
Should not appear.
I can't do anything else right now.
Huh? Shanava.
I guess this is as far as we're going to get him to go without backing up anymore. So she will saunter on in, half movement speed.
Okay.
This guy's hurt pretty bad, right?
Yeah, that one's looking pretty roughed up.
Finish him
yeah.
off. Gonna aim, glimmer at it, double slice.
47, 37. Jeez.
Hate seeing those reds on the on the dead.
28. This doesn't quit yet.
Make sure I don't have any stupid bonuses on here that shouldn't be on there. A temporary plus. Oh, do I have a? Sorry, no, I'm looking at the. Okay, that's it's a 43, not a 44. I don't know why I had a temporary +4 on there.
You mean the attack roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, it's still a crit. So that crit's just slicing deep into him, drawing his blood is pouring out from the wound as you follow with a shield strike right into him, and he's still standing, but looking incredibly hurt from that wound, and flat-footed.
They're bleeding though, so that's good. Maybe that'll
Sure.
finish him. And he's flat-footed. She done.
All right. Van's turn.
Nice. Second lowest DC, so I want to get rid of that ASAP.
Mhm.
I'm going to use an action for overwhelming energy, and then I will cast Chain Lightning, starting at this guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Please don't crit. Please don't crit. Please don't crit.
What
Doesn't crit. Succeeds, but doesn't crit. And then it'll move on to this guy, and finally the guy in the back. It's a fail,
Oh, ignore
and a
that.
pass. Ignore that.
Let me see if it would have. Does it make a difference? It would have been a bit higher. What's your DC?
Let me click.
31?
I was just waiting. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference. It's still a pass. So. So, he's dead.
Oh, see you later.
He
Thank you,
57,
Van.
And he takes 20.
Oh God, there's another one.
How's that one after taking the?
That one's looking a bit roughed up, definitely. As the bolt just completely takes the one that was already on its last limbs down to the ground, hits into that one, then hits towards the one in the back that just grunts and howls in pain from it.
That'll be my turn.
Dr. Martin.
There is another one inside there to the north. Just so you all know. Should have a shouts.
True North. Uh-oh.
Dr. Martin is going to do something totally not evil and summon terrible black tentacles to do terrible black tentacle things here. Is this getting all the extra ones that are in there? Well, I hope so. Okay. So yeah, casting black tentacles.
This is an actual sound for that spell. That's creepy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot hear it because Discord and Windows are not playing nice right now. It's really annoying.
You actually got a pretty cool effect going for it.
Hold on.
So he's got to make a spell attack.
Yeah, the only way I can hear it is to drop out of voice there, which kind of sucks.
Weird.
Yeah, I turned off the
22.
exclusive what's it on the Windows
22
stuff there, and it's
36.
still being stupid.
All right.
And yeah, so yeah, black tentacles and so spell attack rolls against anything that in that area. I guess my spell attack is 21. Versus a
Nice.
Nice.
And then,
Let's see. So you just roll one attack, or do you roll multiples?
well, I can't. Are there other gugs? Yes, there are.
There's a Guggen, yeah. There's a caster, and then there's 1 inch
Well,
novice.
In one it was one for everybody, but I mean this.
Well, this is copied right out of the.
I know,
It says
yeah.
it says rolls.
It says
It's,
1 rolls of each creature. I guess it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so which one is which then?
So the Gug up front there is getting molested by tentacles. So he's
Jeez.
getting the first one, and then the thing that's over there gets the second one.
Okay, so then this one gets grabbed. The one in the back does not.
6. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, could have been better. Okay. And then if it remains in that area, it continues to take bludgeoning damage. The escape DC is equal to my spell DC of 31.
When it ends
The
its
one-
turn, it attempts to-
Yeah, the one in the back there, if it ends its turn there, it also gets attacked, molested again. And yeah, that is my turn. All 3 actions to summon up a pit of tentacles.
Great.
Alright.
Oh, and it goes without mentioning, but don't go in there. With the tentacles, at least.
Come on in, buddy boy.
That does time.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
So just ranged attacks.
It just moved against the wall. It's not coming in here.
Yeah, Perito is gonna spend his first turn trying to retch to get rid of his sickened. Dang.
Fail.
Come on, Bert. There we go.
Fail.
Oh boy.
Man.
I guess I'm slowed, so that's it, huh?
And then fortitude save on Lucia.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Oh, of
shit.
course she gets the 17.
This is better than. That's more important than you being sick.
I think it's kind of weird because like I feel like it would
I
be.
guess that's true. It's Flesh of Stone, yeah.
I feel like it's strange. Like technically, I feel like the way animal companions work in 2E, it would be really weird to like automatically slow one, turn them to stone. But I guess I'm gonna treat them like a normal character, because technically it says when they're unable to do anything because of slowed, but because they don't get actions unless you really tell them to. It's kind of like that weird scenario.
Right, yeah, because they get the one action if I tell them nothing, but if they're slow, they get nothing. That's weird.
Yeah, so like, but then it says if you have no action because of slowed, you become stone. But then that's like really quick petrify. Anyway, that is that. So Lucia is fine, but unfortunately, Perta is still sick.
Fair.
The creature in the back is going to cast a spell.
Do I recognize it?
You do recognize it. Everybody recognizes it. Because
Fireball.
you suddenly see a similar black mass appear beneath all of you guys. That's another black tentacle comes up around all of you.
Right. Okay, so we know how the spell works.
Yep.
Alright, so these are against Fortitude DCs.
Yep.
So, we will start. Let's start again with Shannara.
32.
It rolled a 32 exact. I was supposed to say 32 same time that you said it. Then you're grabbed. Lucia, 35.
Oof.
Does that
And we're
beat,
going to take some damage.
does that beat Lucia's Fortitude? I'm probably assuming. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the value?
Your Fortitude DC. So
For Fortitude DC would be 30.
then yes, he's grabbed. Dr. Martin, 41. Perto, 44.
Yep.
Van, 32.
Yeah.
And 43 against Kachaka.
Can he just roll bad? That'd be nice.
Might be no lich for all we know.
So everyone takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage
Hey.
as everyone is grabbed by the tentacles.
Is this guy gone yet?
What do you mean? Gone?
No, he's not.
No.
Okay, so
he's-
I'm
hasn't
gonna
gone yet.
eat.
So okay. So I think it doesn't get to grab him back once it already grabbed him this turn, I think.
If
Right.
he's
So if
already
he ends
grabbed,
turn,
takes damage.
no, but
Yeah.
he hasn't grabbed yet. So he's ending his turn there, so the tentacles get to grab him again.
It says the
Yep.
tentacles attempt to grab the creature if they haven't already. So that means if they haven't already grabbed him, not if they haven't already to try to. Okay. So yeah, so you get another attempt to grab him. Because it's a 3-action spell, so
And that grab only goes 1d6 now, or is it do the 3d6 if it grabs?
That would be the 3d6 if it grabbed. It's only 1d6 if they're already grabbed.
Oh, right. Okay.
yeah.
Man. This is crazy.
So Dr. Martin needs to make his attack roll.
Wait, why am I making an attack roll for?
Because he ended his turn in Black Tentacles, so you get a free attack against him.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
That will pass, actually. So he is grabbed and takes the 3d6.
Eat shit, bitch. Wish the spell magic was a reaction spell and not
That one just make it this so
full-blown spell.
okay. Well, that didn't solve my double-clicking problem, did it? All right, let's see. Problem is, the tentacles everywhere is the problem. So I think he's just going to try and continuously just attack. The tentacles everywhere, so it's no real safe spot. So claw attack against Shanava.
Here we go.
Natural 1.
Oh, not expecting that.
23. Also miss. And a 25. 3 misses.
Oh. Ow.
And he takes 1d6 damage from the tentacles. Tentacle fight. Black tentacle fight. Let's go.
You took 4 points of bludgeoning from the tentacles.
Kid Chocolate's turn.
All right. I have a plan. So what do I need to do to cast a spell while I'm
Be at a DC 5. Flat check.
All right. Are you fucking serious?
Knew it.
That spell is lost.
Can I hear a point at it?
Yep.
Aha!
Okay.
Okay, so please make me huge.
I'm sorry. I have a plan. Rolls a 3. Fuck.
Oh, hello.
Okay, so I'm now a giant poisonous moth, and I'm going to fly in and I'm going to assault a thing.
So my question,
What's
the
happening?
problem is that you're still grabbed.
Oh, I can't just like. Okay, then can I break out?
You can, for your last action, you can break free if you have one action left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try to break free. I have one action remaining. This was what?
Let's go
acrobatics,
up, Will. You can do athletics or an unarmed attack. I think acrobatics too.
Yeah, I believe so.
You should have an unarmed attack from insect form, though.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, come back to me while I figure this out, or rather, that's what I will try to do. I'll be done anyway, so move on.
Okay. Shanava's turn.
Tentacles everywhere. This guy's hurting pretty bad.
He's looking pretty rough. Yep.
Just gonna howl at him. The extra bonus to that.
36, 29.
That is the dashing.
That is a success.
Take. That's cool. Okay.
It's right in one.
And now she will execute her double attack. Damage, freaking shield bash too.
So let's see.
Your type is so coming through like so hard right now.
So
I'm sorry.
your typing's coming through hella hard.
Oh, sorry. Now, let's try turning on their noise
Strongly
suppression thing again. Let's see what that
wordly
does.
letter. Strongly worded letter. Those are both hits. And you just
Oh,
smash
really?
it.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Because he is,
Lucky.
because he is flat-footed against all attacks, because he's grabbed. So it does hit. So
Oh, that's
38
great.
points of damage. And still standing, but looking really hurt after that one.
So beefy.
And then you take
Oh, yes. I will take 1d6. Right?
2 points of damage.
Kachaka got big.
Van's turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna attempt to counteract this spell. Cool. Now counteract check.
Oh,
I'm gonna hero point it.
As a
So that has to overcome the
It has to meet or exceed the DC.
that meets it.
oh, nice.
This spell is gone. I used a 4th level slot because it doesn't make sense to use a 5th level slot. It's so dumb. So
use the caster's DC.
yeah. So if it's success, it counteracts it if it's no more than 1 level. If it's a failure, it counteracts it if it's if it's lower than your level. So if you're counteracting a spell and you know what spell level it is, you may as well just heighten the dispel magic to the level below the spell. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's my TED talk. I will then use 1 action to get back here. That's my turn.
Alright, so that's weak. So everyone's no longer grappled. Kachaka was still grappled during his turn, so he would have taken 2 points of bludgeoning damage, and he would have a chance to move, but now he's no longer grappled. And everybody else is free.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Dr. Martin's turn.
Okay.
Does spell need to be
So
sustained?
now that we're no longer
no, it
being
just
molested
lasts.
by tentacles, I am.
It just lasts.
No, I can't do that. That would definitely kill my tentacles. So with that,
What will kill the tentacles?
sorry, I'm muttering to myself. Okay, so I
Because they don't
am-
die, so I'm not sure.
Well, the tentacles have 12 hit points, and so if I like drop an acid storm or fireball in that room,
That's only
I'm-
if there's a specific one attached to you. A new one springs right back up. Does it?
Yeah.
There. They just keep coming.
well, all right then.
Yeah, there's no stopping them. They just keep growing out from the black abyss.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good to know. All right. I am in that case going to throw down a fireball. The first fireball I have cast in Pathfinder 2 ever.
Actual fireball.
Same
It's
spot.
not
I'm guessing to hit these two.
Yes, same spot to hit both of them.
Oh, hey.
Oh, that's a fail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn your eyes, roll 20. This could have been a moment of greatness.
They both failed, so you killed one. There you go.
You did.
The one in front, the fire, but burns and his body's collapsing against the doorway. The one in the back takes damage from the blast.
So head in, signals to the one up top. Next.
So I'm going to say back. Perto's turn.
I can't actually see it, and I can see a bunch of tentacles in the other room, so I will delay my turn to after Shernava.
Whoa. What am I going to do?
I don't know, but I just chose your name. Because I feel like it's probably going to run up and attack you, or you're going to pull back and it's going to have to, show up. Either way, I don't want to go in there right now.
In the room as well. He's up to the north. Doesn't want to come near the tentacles, I guess. Coward.
Did that. I didn't do that one. Did that.
Okay, so it's just the one ugly over here to worry about now.
No, there's another guy up to the north. He's on the inside. He's like on the other side of this wall right here. Tentacles are scaring him.
Alright. So he will make a check to try and escape the tentacles.
Pretty good.
Assuming 39 passes the check.
Yes, my DC is 31.
So that was one action.
Oh. Skedaddling. You don't like those tents. I guess they don't count as difficult terrain or anything.
No, that's it. Oh! Wait a minute, hold on. Hold the phone, let me check something. Alright, never mind. So yeah, that's gonna be his turn actually, just to move it out of the way. Alright, Kid Chocolate's turn.
I fit through this door. I didn't really think about this before.
I mean, you can squeeze.
Alright. And then I will that 10-foot reach now.
Lord.
I will stab my proboscis into. I'm fine.
So
I will
just
stab.
you're.
Hmm?
I don't think the tentacles care about that. I don't think, do they? I don't think. I think it. I think they can still grab things even if they're flying, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
I don't
tentacles are no
think.
tentacles. I can still stab things with my weird insect mouth.
Yeah,
You
you can
try
still
to
stop
do it
things.
at the end of your turn. So if you can manage to get in and out, you'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as you don't end it in there, you don't get molested.
Okay, well, here's my attempt to attack. Oh,
That is a miss.
okay. Well, then I will scoot back out.
Okay.
I'm so effective.
Shanama's turn.
Just trying to figure out what the hell you just saw. What just happened? Shit, man.
I think you should be able to get in there and hit him without being in the black tentacles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit the caster or the Zug? Because I'm afraid of turning my back on that guy.
You need to
5.
go.
It's going to go 5, 10, 15. Fuck, do I double slice or do I attack and run?
Slice.
Is Turtle coming in?
Turtle's still throwing up. Or trying to.
Yeah, Perto's still throwing up and doesn't have a ton of health, so he's not gonna
Oh, I'm
get on.
sorry. I
He's not
didn't
gonna
realize
be
that.
gun hoeing into anywhere.
He's not gonna be gun hoeing anywhere anytime soon.
Vines.
She's not as stupid as she used to be. She'll do a single attack. Twat! Oh, it's a crit, baby! It's a 19. Keen edge. 43 is a magic number.
Ooh.
And she'll be like, haha. Well, hold on. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Even go another 10 if she wants, but she'll stay just out of sight. 25. With a nice 24 points of damage.
And it's flat-footed.
Such low damage, man. 2s and 3s.
All right. Perto's turn. As you just run and hit him and quickly dart out before he gets a chance to react.
She's already quite inebriated also, so this is kind of funny.
Perto tries to throw up one more time.
That is one pass.
So I have Juggernaut, so every success counts as a crit for fortitude stuff. Does that apply? Or is this like, is a pass different than this, like succeeding for the purposes of like, I've already been sickened?
Success on a fortitude save. I mean, it's the most basic explanation, right?
It is a fortitude save, yeah. So I guess
Is it a save? Okay.
I guess
I
it
didn't
counts
know
as
if
a
it
crit.
uses, different diction, where it's like a pass fail versus save.
Yeah, on a crit, you get 2 successes.
Yes. You can hear it. You have
Awesome.
godliness now. You know what it feels like.
Then we'll stay out of the doorway, though, because he wants to cast a spell.
Okay. That's fine, because I will also just chug those 2 potions that I couldn't actually do earlier.
Ones that didn't cost you 29 hit points to drink.
Yeah, exactly. And that is my turn.
All right. Brings us to Van's turn.
Thank God for Longstrider. Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout! I'm going to cast Cone of Cold as a 6th level spell.
Yeah.
So we're going to add roll 47 plus 2d6 plus 1.
Oh.
On
That's
that one.
I get it.
dirty bastard.
Should have intimidated him.
So he takes minus 24? No, 23.
That'll be my turn.
Alright, let's do corner. Fill the entire corner section. Brings us to Dr. Martin's turn.
Alrighty. Well, I cannot see a diddly squad here, so I'm gonna have to move up. Right. Yeah, I see now. I see.
This guy's name is like a Power Rangers a villain name.
Basically.
Zevlorg.
What?
Da-da-da.
Huh. Okay.
It's time.
All right. And electric arc. Yep. Within range.
Do the creatures have to be within range of each other? Oh, no.
Yeah. He's only hitting one though.
Oh, he's not hitting one. Okay.
Yeah. As far as I know, I'm only hitting one. I can only see one.
You're hitting the one down below or up top?
Yeah. The one down below. I can't see one up top.
Okay. 38. Pass.
Yeah. Well, that's half. Okay. And that's me.
Okay.
I guess I should scooch in and up or something. Okay.
Hidden movement. What do they say in XCOM? Alien turn or something?
Alien activity.
Activity, yes.
Gonna move in.
Oh.
Do a Jaws attack against Van. 37 to hit. 26 points of piercing. And then back out.
Oh, is there learning? This is gonna be a skirmish battle.
That could have wall someone. Would that be messed up? I think that'd be messed up. Or does she just go through? It's already flat-footed. I think he's just going. You know what? He's just gonna go over here.
Oh.
And he's going to Furious Claw to attack both Van and Dr. Martin.
No.
So first attack
I gotta call a cold for that bitch.
against Van. 31 to hit.
Just hits.
It's 28 points of slashing. And the 46 against Dr. Martin.
That might be a crit.
That would have crit me, so I'm definitely critting Doc.
Yeah, my AC is only 28, so
66
Yeah.
points of slashing as just the claws just rip into your small rat folk form.
ooh, yeah, that's a bad day.
And Furious Claws takes 2 actions, so he will stay there. So tentacles do get a chance to grab him.
Get them tentacles. Hey, nice. I think that was
That's a
get
fail.
the other time. Oh no!
Wait, what?
It's against the 4 to DC.
Yeah.
Fail. Tentacles reach up, but he's a bit more hardy than the other Gugs.
Oh, we never got him, right? He never got grabbed. I thought he
He
was
got grabbed
I'm gonna
once
grab him once, yeah.
Yeah.
when we rolled a 39.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Kick Chocolate Stone.
Mothra.
What's going on?
36 hit.
Oh,
36 does hit.
Hooray, hail Satan.
4 points of damage.
No, maybe.
4 points of damage. That's all you get.
Okay, so bear with me. I'm a dumb slut.
4 points.
Insect farm, right?
So that's no, it's aerial form. So it's that's 11 piercing damage, and now 6 persistent poison damage.
Ooh.
Oh, and there's I'm sorry, I forgot. There's a +4 damage bonus. So then that's 15 and 10. So 10 persistent poison damage. And I will attack again.
Miss.
I will probably miss, yes. But if I don't, won't it be amazing? Oh, wow.
That's a
Oh,
miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay. You're flying, obviously, so I can. Oh, what?
You're up in the air, right? So I can go underneath you.
Yeah.
Good.
I've just moved myself for sake of being able to see on the map.
Okay, but you're still there.
Yes.
So then Dr. Martin will tentacle roll against Kitchaka.
Ooh, thank God.
I'm assuming 26 probably doesn't do it.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
It's just against 4.
What's your fortitude?
Plus 20.
Yeah, you're
So
fine.
30. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Alright. Shanava's done.
So I was going in. Here we go. I'm just gonna intimidate him first. Lower that lowers like their spells DCs too, right? Like the same.
It does.
Okay, cool. So
I
finally,
have 3.
oh, you stink. God damn it, I stink.
Hey, Al.
Man, I really wanted that one.
1, 2.
Okay, then she will follow it up with a strike from.
Nice.
That's a hit.
Okay, 19 hits. Move, intimidate, attack. Done.
Yep. Dr. Martin roll tentacles.
32 is what you got to beat. Oh, you jerk.
Sorry.
Black tentacles don't care.
36.
And 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Well, I'm put out the spot for you.
Perta's turn.
Yeah. Perto is going to.
Double attack for opportunity. This guy already casts.
Yeah. Perto is going to summon Bolus here. He is going to move here. And then
That was not a
he
crit,
is going
so...
to try and hit it. Boom.
That is a hit.
And it's flanking.
Yeah. So bleeding and fingers crossed dazzled.
Bleeding and dazzled.
Nice. Okay, let's see. And then Lucia is going to just mosey on in and be here too. That's my turn.
I want to like as a magic and of a hollow than the. That's kind of actually kind of a. Wait, what level does it say? What level freedom of movement? I thought. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Then another tentacle roll.
Lucia's not in it. Oh, for Perto.
For Bata, yeah.
Yeah.
Cosmo.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's up?
Tentacle on Perto.
Goals.
I apologize in advance, Perto.
Sorry, is it reflex or fortitude? I forget.
It's
Fortitude.
for DC.
Oh, yeah, that'll
I'm probably gonna dismiss it in my next turn since everybody's piling in.
By the way, I guess I'm not slowed, right?
Correct. Yeah, I was.
I think that went away.
I was just gonna say.
But I
Yeah.
just saw it on me, so I wasn't sure. Okay.
So is that pass?
Yes, that just passed.
So you're grappled. All right. Dance time.
Has this guy been doing attacks of opportunity? Have I noticed if he's as reactive as the other Gogs are?
He didn't do it to Lucia just now. But also like an entire round passed, so I don't know if he hit anyone else.
I guess he actually would have hit Lucia.
Dang it.
He's not blinded, right? We said he's not blinded.
He's dazzled.
He's dazzled.
But because Shinava has shielded stride, so I can't attack him. So
It would have been dazzled before this opportunity attack, though. So I'm
rolling the dazzle,
Dang it.
and then it will be a Jaws attack against Lucia. 34.
Yep, 34 will hit and do 27 damage.
But yeah, it's actually your question. It does do attack of opportunity, so it would have done it against Lucia.
Okay. I only want to ask because I'm going to cast a spell, so...
Well, it did against
It's probably
Lucia,
good that Lucia took the attack for
I
you
was going
then.
to say, unless it can do 2 reactions and has a special thing, you're good for now.
You think it would?
All right,
With,
well,
like,
I'm
bombs.
going to cast Chain Lightning, starting at that Gug up there, going down to this one, and then hitting Percha. No.
26.
Oh, baby. Oh, dang it. Wait. Did you accidentally double click that?
Yeah,
he
although
did.
actually... yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it is. So it's 50... Oh, wow. So he takes...
It's good damage.
And then for my last action, I'm going to move. Yeah.
Good idea.
Right, Dr.
Thank
Martin's
you.
turn.
Alrighty. So first thing I'm going to do is dismiss the black tentacles, since they are now no longer really needed for room control. And then I am... Oh,
What are you doing?
surprise. I was...
You got hit points. Never mind.
Yeah, I do have some hit points. But I also wanted to
Oh,
Yeah, I cannot actually see anything in this room here. Except for the one monster. Maybe I should have just nuked it. I'm gonna raise my shield.
Nice.
Okay.
You got one too.
I have a magic shield though.
Wow, pretty good hardness. That's like what I have on my divine imbued shield.
Yeah, it's a single action, small boost to my AC, and
Oh, you can only cast it every 10 minutes.
Yeah,
You
if
can
he
only-
uses the
yeah.
shield block, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, move up and Furious Claws. So we'll go down the list, starting with Dr. Martin.
oh no.
35 to hit,
That hits.
25 points of slashing damage. Next attack against Shanava. 31,
Nope.
it's a miss. Attack against Perto. 29,
Nice.
also I believe a miss. And against Lucia. 33.
Jeez.
Ah, that one hits.
23 points of slashing damage. There's one arm, each arm just clawing and ripping at anybody it can.
Would a 32 have hit, Lucian?
Yes, yeah. Lucia's AC is 31.
So I'd argue he has cover from. Does cover apply to reach attacks?
I mean, it has reach.
That's something really we need to worry about.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. What level of Imperial Touch does he have?
Oh, does he attack Volus too?
No, he attacked the 4 right there.
No, okay.
I was only got 4 arms, so. $66 and you heal hit points. But he's gonna bleed out. 10 plus 14. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna try it.
What you gonna
Cool.
do?
He will attempt to cast a spell.
Oh yeah, let's do it, Perto.
What spell?
Yeah, what's spell?
Vampiric Touch.
Oh, who's he casting it on?
Bye bye, Dr. Martin.
Who's he casting it on?
Casting it on Lucia.
Oh,
I swear.
I was
All right, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop.
just to show how fair I was. I rolled a d4. This dude, because I'm like, what do he know?
Oh,
Like,
Lucia's also probably the best target for this.
no, I mean, theoretically, if you wanted to like gang
an
somebody,
18. I almost got a crit.
So close.
It's flanking though.
those both attacks.
That's true.
It's not a crit though.
Just hits.
No, they are 2 hits,
44.
but either way, he is defeated and dead.
Oh yes,
Oh,
twin
yes.
takedown.
Oh, that's so
Literal
good.
twin-
Nice.
Oh, so scary.
Nice.
Lucia did have 69 HP, so there's
Nice.
she most likely would have been fine. Yeah, exactly, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, you're not allowed to hit Lucia no more.
Lucia
Her
would have
HP is
quick failed
69.
at the fortitude.
Yeah,
But,
I'm
oh,
like-
man.
I'm like, he could theoretically just like destroy Dr. Martha right now, but I'm like, that's just unfair to like metagame that.
Just
So I'm
go
like,
for the
let me
ghost
just roll the
removal.
Well, I
d4.
mean,
Fine.
Dr. Martin is looking really
Yeah.
bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I have less than a tenth of my normal hit points right now.
Oh,
Okay.
Jeez, dude. I need to be not right in the room.
Yeah. Well, I had more than that until I ran into the room,
Yeah.
and I
That'll
did
do
not know that there was another one hanging out up in the top part of the map there, because line of sight.
Please make me unhuge. I'm no longer Mothra.
Unhuge.
I'm going to heal these poor hobos.
I even found a token for you.
So
That's
they actually do have
adorable.
cover. That's awesome.
That's
Hang
all.
on to that. It might be
Love
relevant.
it.
Some
Anyway,
Fey pack or something.
so-
I don't know.
what did you call me?
Crow. Come on.
All right, so reach out some vines and touch face.
God, why do I keep exporting that?
Okay, so this is going to be for Van and Perto and pardon Derpa's burping. Or Van and Doc and Perto and Shinaba or Lucia? Which one? Pick one.
What are you doing? Healing?
Yeah.
Heal Lucia. Absolutely heal Lucia.
Okay.
Yeah, because he didn't ship block, I don't think.
Okay, pues that.
Sweet.
Okay, Shanaba's turn.
You're dead now. Gonna shout at this thing. Intimidate. Last one that has been intimidated. Come on. There we go. That's much better. Talking panic mode.
Yep, that's back.
Yes. Okay. Frightened 2. Double slice. Just. You want to chop your fucking head off.
Why does it keep doing that,
It's
man?
wasted. All right.
Another 18.
Yeah, right.
The first one hits, and there's a crit.
Oh, yeah.
Second
Damn.
one is a miss, however.
Okay. Burp. Come on, Bird. I'll finish this thing.
So it would be 20 40 damage. And flat-footed.
It's a flat-footed.
Berto's turn.
Frightened 2. This thing is debuffed.
Okay. Yeah, once again, just summon Volus in square. Have Lucia move up and support action, and then I'm going to skirmish strikes up here.
God damn it.
Oh, waste any more
sorry.
spells. He's gonna
Don't
run
worry
away. He's
about it.
panicked. We're gonna destroy him when he runs away now.
It's been wanting to use a wand. It's fine. Go ahead.
Oh,
So 30 plus all his debuffs.
That hits.
Hooray!
God, what the?
So it is now bleeding and dazzled, and Lucia does an extra 2d8 damage.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, we're gonna roll with this. Let's roll with
That
this.
is the turns.
So it's 16.
great that I go right after it too. So it's frightened for so long.
Okay. Van's turn.
Uh-oh. When a wizard chuckles.
I'm going to cast a jump, and I'm just going to move over 20 feet, 5 feet in the air above Shinaba, and because my action that I do for my next action lasts as long as until after this, whatever. Then I fall down onto Shinaba. Whatever. I'm gonna cast Vampiric Extinction. I need a Fortitude save. So 20 negative energy damage.
Okay. You just run up and just hit it with the wand, just filling it with negative energy.
And then fall to the ground. I'm just gonna fall here.
The heck?
Okay. Dr. Martin.
So I
Panic
am
dots. You don't have to run.
casting Vampiric Touch from my prepared spells instead of from the staff. And then I'm gonna wait to see the fort save before I
37.
okay, so that's 11 damage it takes. And I gain 6 temporary hit points. Alright, and then I'm not done yet. I life siphon. So I gain 3d8 hit points because that's a 3rd level spell.
Oh, wow.
It's
Nice.
not much, but it's something.
Huh, that is really cool. You just got to use a necromancy spell? You are evil.
I'm differently morality'd.
Let's get him again, Perdo. AOOs. Let's do it.
Yeah, provokes from both. Both hit. Actually, Glim is not another crit.
Oh, God.
I think it's dead.
This weapon. 36 points.
It's basically dead because it's gonna bleed next. It's gonna bleed, and it's gonna be at sub.
Bleed, die like crying in the corner.
It's gonna bleed, and it's at sub 10 before, and then everybody else gets to go. So we'll just say you just gotta shake it, and then it bleeds out in the corner, alone,
Sobbing.
sobbing.
God, I love it. I love
It probably
this
is a bit more
intimidate.
terrifying to see a Gug sobbing on top of that. Probably a terrifying sight.
Is it
I have no regrets. Bitch almost tore my spleen out.
count for my victory plate? I forget. Oh, it's an aberrations. Would I be able to use my thing for that?
Yeah.
Well, I already used my reaction, so I guess I can't.
Can you
Oh, it's a free action.
Yeah, you could have done it on the other guy.
But I didn't. Did I kill or destroy this creature? Probably not, right? I could have done it with the other ones. Damn it. No, I didn't kill any others. You guys finished them off, which is fine.
All right.
Did you not? Unless you may have
The attack of opportunity.
You may have
I could
actually
say that I
killed-
might have gotten on the caster. Because that he died on the AOOs for me and Perto.
Yeah, I think you would have. Yeah, you would have done the
Sweet.
because Proto rolled his first, so technically, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So Protoss wouldn't have enough. So you can react on that one to add a picture of Shanawa fighting a Gug.
Hey, check it out, guys. Me. Do I really look like that?
You're not seeing a mirror. That is clearly Photoshop.
There are detect magic in the area. You can see near the. There are 4 dwarven statues in this room, or what would have been 4, but the 4th one has kind of been broken down and turned into a makeshift throne. And nearby there is a pile of coins, and you can see there are 2 gems inside that do ding as magical.
Magic gems.
Ooh. Well, let's go. Go Gadget Arcana.
Actually takes 10 minutes to detect magic, and I just noticed that for the first time in my other game.
Detect magic is a 2 action.
I mean,
Identify.
Arcana, identify, yeah.
You guys recognize it as an elemental gem.
What?
It's an elemental gem. You shout the name of an elemental lord, and you cast a 5th level summon elemental to come forth from it. Both gems are light brown, indicating that they are living landslide variant, so they can summon 2 earth elementals.
Oh.
Huh. So that dude in the chair, obviously this is the chair, huh? The guy
Correct,
just
yes.
What does he think? He's some kind of king?
Strange looking throne room.
And that look.
It feels more like a God, what's the word I'm looking for?
Tomb.
You said there were some coins?
Yeah, you see the coins. They are older coins, definitely not from a time long ago, but it's about 100 gold altogether.
It's this chair. Oh, are we taking a break? By the way? Is that what you were going to say? Okay.
Exactly, yeah. Let's take a short break here while, in case anybody needs any more healing and stuff. And we can pick it up then.
Please.
Yeah, could use some healing. My shield could use some healing. Not a lot, though. I came out of this pretty okay. I just realized that the character sheet, if you leave Vulcan as L, it registers as the 0.1.
I'm back. What? I did. For which one?
I didn't realize that. I've been manually entering 1.1 and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
because I don't think the 0.1 actually works because I just readjusted all of that, and it's actually my correct bulk, which is 7, which I feel is still low. I feel like something's missing.
Interesting.
Glimmer being light is just so nice, man. We all here?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, just room after room in this place. How's everybody feeling? Ready to move on, or should we make our way back home?
Well, I'm gonna need some mud. But it looks like we did some mud, so I'm actually up to full now. I am out of my house.
Yeah, we're getting pretty much tapped out on spells. We should either rest in here in my acorn house, or we should.
Let's do that.
It has to be in the ground, and this is stone, right?
I like the acorn.
Oh, right. I don't remember things and stuff.
Can't do it underground?
Well, it's only what, like a few hours travel back to the keep.
I could also
trap getting right here.
I could also do cozy cabin.
The only thing is, I don't want to rest here because I don't know if that bat thing's gonna come back.
We can bar the doors.
We also slaughtered a lot of gugs in here. That's probably stinky.
Everywhere. We could empty this room out easily enough and dump them all outside.
Alternatively, we could just go back to the keep. I mean, it's not that far away, so.
Yeah, how far in are we? I forget. Did we travel? Was there a length of time that we traveled through some tunnels? Not really, right?
There was some travel at the times, but it wasn't so the tunnel between this section and where you guys encountered the purple worm was about like, give or take 1,000 feet or so.
Oh, that's not long.
And on
That's only like
Yeah. Well,
And then,
we're
yeah,
also
just the
giving up
cabins
this
there.
ground. Who knows what stuff might be here when we get back? I don't know. Is there anything we can learn in this room? I see there's statues here. There's a throne. I mean, it's all pretty much dwarven architecture and statues and stuff.
correct. Yeah, the dwarven statues.
Just gonna listen at the door just before we decide what's going on. Just see if she can hear anything else in there. More good.
You do not hear anything else on the other side.
All right. Well, you guys want to head back then, or make camp here?
let's head back. It's not that far away.
Yeah, I think we'd be better off heading back.
Okay.
All right. So then, in that case, you guys eventually make your way back. The way back is pretty uneventful. You kind of squeeze your way through the cracks to get back into the caverns where you had seen all the crystals and the purple worm, and eventually back through the way station to get to your home at the Citadel.
We're back.
Take note of the state of the purple worms. See if anything is these scavengers have been chewing on the carcass.
There hasn't been much. I think you guys have been that much away, so it's only been a few times, and you haven't seen many like scavengers or like that kind of wildlife really in this area.
Nava will maintain her blind fighting feat for the day.
And then I'm assuming you guys rest back at your own keep.
Recover. Make sure that they're doing their job and making my wizard tower, yeah.
Yeah, they're slowly working on it. Will take some time, but and with that, unless there's any other thing, you guys, I'm assuming you guys eventually come back here, unless you guys have any other plans you wish to do back at the keep.
Well, Kichaka will soak up some sunlight, but it's going to be a minor problem. If we're going to spend an extended period in the Darklands, Kichaka will have to not go down there again because, you know, he'll die.
Are you nervous, Kinchaka?
No, my body will just die.
If we go back in?
If I go back in, yeah, the lack of sunlight will, my body will rot and decay and fall apart, and I will die. So
That's not good.
it's okay. I will send help, but I'm gonna peace out back to Africa.
Wait, what the? No, you're not.
And with that, Kichaka's body will collapse into a heap of vegetation.
Whoa, whoa!
I'm going to for the rest of, for at least for the Darklands part of this, I am going to change to a character that won't die from lack of exposure to the sun.
It says you only I mean, I know I think you're doing this because for a different thing, but I think it says you can go with up to a week before you actually starve.
Wow.
And I guess you can somehow bottle sunlight. It says
You
here
can drink it and stuff.
you can derive no.
Trying to talk him out of it, Rob.
I know. I'm just saying that though. Okay, but yeah.
40 silver for a week of sunlight in a bottle.
Do it by all means.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to test it out.
All right, so you just traumatized the Shinava just to.
So it's going to be, well, good. You have more
I
reason to
mean,
drink
that's entirely in character for Kachaka.
Yeah, like Kachaka doesn't have any social graces. Okay, so then I will drop a new token in shortly.
Going on.
I guess
Well.
I'm sorry, Rob. I should have queried this with you before I announced it. I am an inconsiderate bitch.
Dropping a buck.
No, I mean because I know we discussed something. I just don't know what the. If it's not. I think your first. The first idea you gave me was also Leshy, so I'm not sure what this one is. If it's not Leshy.
Yeah, could you give me a fresh character sheet?
Yeah, mushroom leshy, totally.
No. Anyway, I can do this in the background while you're doing things. So I'm here, I'm queer, and I'm still a healer.
But I guess what does the group see? I guess.
I'm working on that.
Okay. So there's someone is with you guys, but we'll have to flash back to that when
Being
they.
followed. Guys, set up an ambush.
A beautiful moth drops down an egg. The egg hatches, and
Oh lordy.
Wait, what? You're a moth person now?
No, it dropped an egg that hatches into something else. Face hugger.
The mice, the moth sprite.
I'll be right back, Wally.
yeah.
So,
Are you gonna have a corgi?
Yeah, it's the only way for me to have like a familiar without a bunch of stupid extra shit.
Really?
I mean, right, but it's not going to actually be a corgi. It's going to be, I mean, obviously mechanically the corgi, but visually it's a giant flea.
Perfect.
Okay, so now you're a Shuni flea.
No,
No.
I'm a sprite moth,
Okay,
With a flea familiar.
and I'm a
with a flea
cleric,
familiar.
and I'm a cleric of Desna.
A riding flea?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you're not riding in my bags. I've already got enough stuff, and familiars, and
Oh, yeah.
rat's nests.
get a sprite from the APG
I did.
or Ancestry. Awesome.
Which heritage?
Malixi, the
The insect one?
bug one.
Mm.
The bug one.
Okay. So for the time being, your Leshy friend is resting, not liking the Darklands, the subterranean area, and visited by a friendly little flea riding spirit. Oh, sprite.
Okay. Might as well.
Oh my god. The
Uh,
luminous sprite heritage is literally Navi from fucking Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh god. So I'm gonna be using my inventor feat to invent a fly swatter.
oh, damn, it's on.
I wanted to use it in that.
Navi was goddamn traumatizing. I tell you right now.
I wanted to use in that fight, but I feel like it didn't have any purpose except just so I could cast the spell Earthbind. But like, I'm like, it doesn't really do anything. But I'm like, when am I gonna get a chance to actually cast Earthbind? Just to like ground the flying version of Chocolate. That looks like. Wasn't that like the Starfinder token for a second?
It was for a second. I could switch to that one.
Oh, God.
What?
All right. Well, I'm gonna go figure out my spells and then.
Anyway, we can proceed. I didn't mean to ruin everything so terrible.
Well, it's a bit late for that.
Damn.
Take that. You're the newbie now.
Yeah, you're the newbie now. I guess I haven't been the newbie for a while. So we had
Doc was the
Dr.
newbie
Martin.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doc was the new guy. Let's go.
Shinava finds out Doc is evil and is like, so what do you feel about slavers?
Well, let's talk about slavers.
It's incredibly inefficient to enslave living beings when you can just kill them, raise their corpses, and never have to worry about them running away.
Yeah, to this smite feat at some point.
Alright.
So what's going on now?
Going back to the land.
I was
Jar.
muted. That's what's going on. Okay, sorry. As I was trying to say was, you guys all eventually are back here, and you have places is still empty. There doesn't appear to be any new signs of life, and
Good.
free to
All right.
proceed.
Okay. What's your name, little flying thing, person?
I don't know that yet. I'll figure it out. This is a very, very recent decision, so not that far in the process yet.
Jeez.
I always pick the name last.
Twinkle toes.
Right, well, I guess we're going to do the same as last time. Perda, feeling up to...
Let's do it.
Shield up, pushing door.
Okay. This door also pulls.
Everybody in position?
Pulls in, and as you open the doors, you are back out in what would be a cavernous area, and you can see there are just various tunnels that kind of just eventually break off and just keep going deeper into
Oh boy.
the lands.
Oh boy. Okay, well, stepping out.
Well, this place looks fun.
So the map is no longer really relevant, right? We're just
Correct. Eventually, the map now just goes off into back eventually out of whatever this structure kind of was, and now you're back in like cavernous tunnel area essentially.
and we have a choice of directions, I suppose, as well. Oh, that's cool.
That's crazy. There are 2 different tunnels that come out from this area. One like northeast, one like southwest.
Oh, good. We don't have any idea in what direction to go in. That ghast didn't really. Give us a direction.
No, did not. Although, roll a perception check. I'd say you can make out that you can see some distant light in the southeastern one. Very distant,
Light.
but like it's very faint. But you can make out some.
All right, let's go. See if we can be quiet. Maybe Proto, you scout ahead.
Yeah, can I, let's see, there's 2, I'll go up first. I wanna try to stealth up to this corner.
Well, the map's no longer. There's a light source coming from the southeast tunnel that we have 2 tunnels to go.
Oh, that I missed. Okay,
Yeah.
southeast one has a
Van-
light?
Just
Okay.
theater of the mind in it right now.
Van will look
Okay.
very
That
pointed.
goes.
Van will look very pointedly at Shanaba's bright ass fucking shield.
No, that's why I'm telling him maybe he scouts ahead a little bit.
Ooh, that's a good point. My dark vision definitely ran out like a while ago.
Okay, let's just go then.
I mean, there's a source of light though, right? I can.
Do you want a potion? Because I've got long
probably not
duration
orange.
potions for it.
Well, there's light up ahead.
Or-
Let's go see what's going on up there. If there's light, they might be civilized enough to have a discussion.
All right. Well, if anybody wants
do that.
invisibility, we can do that, or we can do an invisibility sphere. How about that?
Visibility sphere sounds good. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not opposed to that.
uh,
Classic.
okay. Who else? Who all needs the dark vision?
Kurto and Shinava, I guess.
We have the light going, so we don't need the dark vision right now.
I guess does Kurto?
We may not want the light going.
Well,
Shaka doesn't
It's
exist
visibility
anymore.
sphere.
Right. Well,
How's that work?
Kachaka 2. Popo hasn't chosen a new name yet, right? Or did I miss that?
I actually just saw the one that Brian recommended, and I love it. So yes, it is Inakara.
Okay.
I like my suggestion, but okay.
Well, that's my last name.
I'm not going to Siphonoptera. Wow.
What, your last
Fine.
name is Saphinoptera?
Yes, I'm irritated flea.
Okay. Well, I'm going to produce 2 dark vision elixirs for
The filthy normies.
for
How
the
long do they
filthy
last?
normies. They only last for an hour.
Okay.
I need a few more levels to be able to make the 24-hour dark vision elixirs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or,
one for
90 gold
Kurto,
pieces.
one for Shinava? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't have to have the light going and telling everybody that we're here and we should be eating.
All right. So light spell deactivated.
So light spell
Move on.
deactivated, potions taken, and you guys all doing the sphere?
Yep.
I think we're doing the sphere.
Alright. And how long does the sphere last again?
Not that long. Hold on. I think it's 10 minutes.
Okay.
Long enough to get to where the light is, hopefully.
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. You can heighten it to 5th for a 1 hour duration.
I would if it wasn't a wand.
Ah,
So you guys gather together, cast invisibility sphere, and you guys start your trek through the tunnels. Grouped up, and you can see the tunnel is the light is in the distance. It is dark, and you make your way rather slowly. You kind of travel together as one, and about 10 minutes go by, and eventually the sphere breaks.
Oh wow! So the light is that far.
Yes, it is quite distance. It's like in the distance, like between the two tunnels. That's the only tunnel that actually you could see in the faint light coming from that one. But eventually, you guys kind of keep going through the tunnels. And you can see that these tunnels, as they kind of go through, they kind of branch and come together different ways. But you can still kind of, in a way, I'm assuming, using the light as your target, basically. Eventually, you hear the sound of armor clanking, and you can see a figure kind of hearing you guys kind of approach, calls out. It goes, "Who's up there?" And as you look, you can see up ahead in the path is what looks to be a female dwarf dressed in armor.
Van will approach and say, "We are visitors. Got lost a bit in the tunnels behind us."
Speaking common.
Yeah, obviously.
The dwarf is, right?
I don't think anybody else speaks.
She would have probably hailed in Dwarven first.
Ooh.
So is Van answering back in Dwarven, or is Van answering?
No, Van's going to be answering in common and say, we don't speak Dwarven, but we do speak common.
I'm gonna repeat that in Gnomish as well, just in case.
Die. She
Nohables Dwarven.
looks, goes, lost. Well, kind of weird place to get lost. Because my name is Pargil Longbraid, Sentinel of Kovlar, an enemy of those who walk beyond death. What are your lot's names?
For the undead. Yeah.
I'm Van, and I look at the others to introduce themselves. I don't need to speak for them.
I am Dr. Phineas Mon, Esquire.
I'm Shanava Livingen, servant of Caden Kalian.
I'm
And no friend to the undead either. I'm sorry.
I'm Perdo.
Brother.
And what is your purpose here?
What information did we get from the journal? Like,
Isra Embermead is here in the Five Kings Mountains.
We're tracking down someone named Isra Embermead.
She looks like the name doesn't ring a bell. I'm not sure who would be down here in these parts. That's not exactly a place that brings many visitors.
We were told the walls of Kovlar are a safe haven to the goodly folk.
Indeed, we've made ourselves a a safe place, safe corner of Sagarok to call our own, to make it a safe place for our people to live.
I was gonna type the same exact thing. Can we come closer? We mean no harm.
Sorry, we posted the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Great. Yes, and you kind of edge close, and she kind of edges closer too.
By the way, the Gugs and whatever else were in that place behind us are taken care of. You shouldn't see any trouble from them anymore if you were worried about them.
We
go ahead.
our eye on them. We watched them from afar. They didn't seem to meddle much with our affairs. They seem to mostly have a hankering for undead flesh. But if you've done that, then I guess you must be brave souls to
I
have
point at Shinaba's full plate.
I wanted to ask you, Rob, real quick. The outside of that area we left, was there any kind of, stuff on the walls or anything? Something to mark it as a special place or anything like that?
The outside is very faded and not. You can see there's not much like actual outside drawings and stuff on it. You can make out like dwarven
throne. Yeah, an old throne and some armor. It's being protected by some kind of necromancer.
The throne was actually made from one of the statues. It's nice. It wasn't like a built throne like.
Oh, they just crafted it themselves.
Yeah. They pretty much took one of the dwarven statues and just.
Okay, so armor, just a bunch of dwarven armor back there. It's all clear if you'd like to reclaim some of your ancestors' armor.
No, we would have known if any of our people had gone lost to the. God, I don't expect many of them have come this way. Most people don't venture out of Kovlar unless they are part of the guard. But I guess we can send some people to investigate just to.
Don't go in too deep. Purple worm around there.
Yeah, we killed one.
Can we, can you take us to, Kovlar?
Very well, I can take you there, and whatever business you have, it's probably best to speak to the Court of Regents. They're probably, if anyone knows of anything going on, it would most likely be them.
Court of Regents? What's that?
It's the leaders of our city. And that she kind of, as she turns and kind of walks, and you guys can kind of follow. So you guys are like walking and talking just to kind of
cool
go down through this long tunnel.
How far from the surface are we?
Don't ask these questions. I mean, we're pretty deep underneath the mountain, so I wouldn't expect to see much sunlight if that's what you're asking for,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not an easy way out to the surface. And eventually, as you guys are walking, you eventually kind of go from tunnels to what looks to be a city. But you can see that you can still see the lights in the distance that are not getting brighter. But that seems to be only in one part of the actual city. The rest of the city is dark, desolate. There are no lights in the rest of the city. The buildings themselves are all made out of stone. Some of them are kind of reinforced with metal and craftsmanship. Every now and then you can see empty torch sconces, a shattered lantern here and there. Some places look to have been, looted. You can see that most of this part of the city kind of looks to be heavily abandoned, scarred. Some parts destroyed. As she kind of continues to walk with you towards the bright area.
Oh boy. And the bright area, is that like a walled structure? Like, are they just...
There is. So as you guys get closer, you can see there is this wall that kind of almost like segments one part off, and you can see the bright lights are coming from beyond this part. The wall itself even kind of lit up with various lanterns and torches. You can see as you get closer, there are guards stationed on the wall, and your dwarven guest kind of calls out to them, kind of saying, this is Van, Chanel, kind of saying all your names as the gates kind of open and you guys are led into what you can only assume is now Kovlar.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
Oh, hey.
it'll be here for a while, so we're gonna have to do this.
Oh, man.
So as you guys come in, Hojo kind of looks at you guys and goes, "If you wish, I can take you to see the Court of Regents. I'm not sure if there's any business you want to take care of in town, but we can certainly, like I said, if there's any sort of trouble that you suspect, the court is likely the ones that would know, or at least should be aware of such dealings."
Of course. Hey, Rob, what's the buying limit in this town?
Immediately checks the level rating of this place.
Well, some of us have shopping lists.
No.
Sure. Unfortunately, the shopping list is probably not the best for them. So Kovlar, the part that is Kovlar, is technically by default it's an 8th level settlement. However, because it is a dwarven settlement and is very skilled in crafting, in terms of weapons and armor, it is a 12th level settlement.
Jesus.
So any weapons and armor that is up to 12th level is available or possible to acquire.
Oh,
But outside of those,
okay.
it's an 8th level.
Go nuts, fellas. I'm good.
In a dwarven crafting town.
Motherfucker.
Are they singing dwarves? So this is quite a... Okay, there's a lot of people here. I mean, it's a pretty big... is this artist interpretation semi-accurate?
It's the page. It's the picture.
So, in case you didn't know, level 12 is greater striking.
Oh,
That's +2 striking.
Oh God!
+2
What is
greater
that, like
striking.
30,000 though.
2,000.
Only
But
2,000.
yeah, but that's like if you buy a greater striking outright. Like, I assume it's the difference between +2 striking and +2 greater striking if you already have a striking. So that's 1,000 gold.
Is that right? Can you just upgrade it like that?
Couldn't. Push comes to shove, I'll just buy. If it's a 12th level settlement, I will just buy the stuff to make a greater striking.
Yeah, well, it's 2,000 to get the formula to make your own.
It's not that expensive.
Yeah, take us to your leader.
It is 100 gold for a 12th level formula.
This place could.
Okay, cool.
How are these people being threatened right now? Are they being threatened?
Make a society
At
check.
war with anybody here? I don't have society. And do you think anybody here is that? Think they're at war?
Do we have our tokens on this map?
I did not add your tokens.
Yeah, we can't do secret rolls without tokens. Or I guess there's a setting in the character sheet somewhere, maybe.
I mean, you can just roll it public. It's just either way. I'll just. Why won't you copy my rolls? Boom. There you go. So basically, to kind of piece together some of the information you got from your undead friend, the city was invaded by orcs. Sagarok, the whole Sagarok city was invaded by orcs, and essentially, as you know, the orcs kind of then the undead spears kind of came back and kind of fought back against the orcs. The dwarves that still lived, they kind of secluded them. They kind of built a little last stand kind of settlement here in Kovlar. Kovlar is basically part of what was Sagarok, essentially. So the outside town that you kind of walked through that was all dark and desolate is technically part of the same city, but essentially that is kind of like now undead territory. And this settlement is essentially the only safe spot, and it's brightly lit enough so that the undead wouldn't come that close to it either.
Okay, so they're near.
Okay.
So the rest of the city is essentially overrun by undead, but not like terribly enough.
These people out somehow.
I could buy the formula, or I looked it up. There, you can just upgrade your weapons. Going from a +2 striking to a +2 greater striking is just 1,000 gold.
Oh,
as I was saying before. I'm willing to lend you, 1,000 gold.
We should get that on Eclipse.
Well, I'm gonna give mine to Shinaba. Perto has enough to get it on Eclipse. If he wants to.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm a little dry from my shields. Okay, well, before we start shopping and stuff, let's go meet the mayors.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just saying, in between sessions.
No, that's great for sure.
That's
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's going to be.
We got some people to go meet.
Nice. I think that's like the pinnacle of this sword now, is getting that last greater rune. That thing is finished.
There's still major striking.
Yeah, still major.
Okay, merely finished.
Doing 3d10 instead of 2d10.
So eventually, Pajot does lead you to the main hall, the largest great building here. And as she does, she goes, the court will see to it. I wish you the best on your whatever your journey may lead you. And she kind of takes her leave and lets you guys step into this court place.
Okay. And no one's we're just walking in freely.
She kind of like makes the necessary introduction to at least get you through the door, so that's just a bunch of random people showing up.
Cool.
And then she kind of says that eventually you wait for a little bit before you're eventually brought into this large chamber. And in the chamber you can see there is one long table across from you guys with 10 chairs kind of lined along one side. Each chair is kind of decorated slightly differently. They all have their own like unique motifs to them, and each one has a dwarf sitting in them. All the dwarfs again also kind of dressed very different ways, kind of almost kind of represent what they represent. Either armor, either fine clothing, and they all have various symbols to kind of almost depict what they represent, as well as they all have the same iron and gold medallion around each of their necks. You see that makes that a great idea, but obvious. You see one of them, the one in the center, kind of clears her throat as she kind of begins to speak. And goes, when the first court of regents convened centuries ago, they were regents for Cadorn the Mighty, the hero who reclaimed Kovlar and most other underground places that remain civilized today from the Orc invaders. Perhaps someday Queen or King will rise again, who is worthy of such a mantle to rule as the old rulers did. Until that day, it is our duty as the court to keep Kovlar safe and prosperous. You lot appear to be newcomers here in Kovlar, but it is my hope that you will honor and respect this duty. If you are as capable as I have heard, then you may be able to aid us, but before we can trust you with any information or any assistance, we must know that you will indeed honor our traditions that have lived for centuries.
What kind of traditions? What are we talking here?
We will give you all opportunities to state your case, and each one of the leaders will inquire about yourselves and your true purpose. Now, I've heard that you have dealt with an issue of the Gugs, and it was one of the numerous threats to our safety, and we thank you for that. Now, if you would like, you can once again introduce yourselves to the court before we get to our tradition.
Shanava dance.
My name is Shanava Livingen. Me and my companions, we hail from Isker. I am a servant of the accidental god and foe to all those who would enslave others. We've come here on a mission to put an end to a ring of slavers whose reach threatens all the land.
Okay.
Name is... My notes. Digs through her bag.
My name is...
Crumpled up pieces of paper with beer stains and drink rings on them and stuff.
Isn't that correct?
Ilsa Emberhead. Here to hunt her down and bring her reign to an end. She's the leader of a nefarious, is that right? The right word?
Yes, that's the right word.
Okay, nefarious group of
Nasty sluts.
jerks calling themselves the Scarlet Triad.
It's a bit different. Wow.
She's here somewhere. Or he. We don't know what he is.
Okay. So, before anybody else would just say anything else, or do you guys just kind of let Shanava take the wheel?
Everyone else want to say something? I don't know.
No, you pretty much stated exactly what we're here for. So,
She'll introduce the rest of her companions. This is Van. This is my Perto. She's gonna stop calling him her brother. She's his own guy now. Dr. Phineas. I'm not sure what that thing is yet, but it's with us too. Miss anybody?
Okay. So you see the one in the middle goes, well, while we have not had any issues or experiences of slavery in our part, we have certainly had a number of troubling incidents in recent weeks, and I fear that there is some darker plot afoot that we are not aware of. Now, you have proven yourselves with the guns, and I believe that you may be able to prove yourselves again. Then the court would reward you all richly for your aid in whatever this issue is. However, our people are a bit prideful, and having outsiders deal with such issues is something that will need to be worked with. Such tradition, as you kind of look at Shanawa, that goes, we will have each one of our leaders will pose a question to your group. Your group will then be allowed to answer it how you see fit, and based on your answer, we'll see if you can appease them and they like what you say.
Questions? Uh-oh. Okay. Ask away. We're not hiding anything. Side eye. Phineas.
I'm sorry?
No. Just saying. We don't have nothing to hide.
it's like a verbal duel or something.
So, okay, so basically to kind of explain it outside of in-game stuff. So basically you will have essentially a role-playing encounter with each leader. They will ask you a question. Each player then gets either one action to do if they want to do something. You can have, not everyone is required to speak, so if some people don't want to speak on that turn, they can just stay silent. Because sometimes, maybe better not, because if you fail, it's going to count against you guys, obviously. Or you can also vouch for somebody else, in terms of like an aid, someone else. The other two things, or I guess a few other things to note. Each leader has what would be called a skepticism value. They have varying levels of how skeptical they are of you guys. Your goal is to essentially
Win them over.
win them over to get them to actually trust you guys. You can do two things. So normally, to influence them, it would either be a diplomacy check or a lore check that makes sense. The other way is you can also, for an action, kind of deduce tradition, which basically you can kind of take an idea based on who they are, what they represent, what skill might also be used to kind of help deal with that, and then you can use that skill instead of diplomacy, kind of deal.
Can you choose to use a skill without having to deduce it first? Like, for example, if it's like, if it's somebody who introduces themselves as like, oh, hey, I'm a librarian, right? And, like, obviously I have a library, but could I say, oh, in that case, maybe Arcana would make sense for them and attempt to roll an Arcana check, or do I have to deduce before I can make that assumption?
I believe you. You can. Yeah, you can. There's nothing stopping you from. There's nothing stopping you from just guessing what might work. Yeah. So yeah, you can definitely do that.
Let's do this.
All right. So first up is the one who is speaking, who kind of spoke to you first. She is a female dwarf, and she goes, my name is Forge Master Kelda Halvig, and I am the representative and leader of the Anvilers Guild here in Kovlar. So my question to pose to you and your group is, how can metalwork better society as a whole?
I'll roll as well as Finn. I'm going to go into the exploits of what we've done in Eisger, with how we benefited the town by giving people more opportunities, bettering the society in Eisger by basically, we brought in so much money just because of all the metalwork that they're doing. Let me roll a crack.
And Shinaba can do a diplomacy check, right?
Right. Anybody can do what they wish. Anybody can.
If we pass.
So if you pass, you reduce whatever their skeptic value is.
Okay, but if we fail, then unless you guys are like super sure.
Do we get RP points or bonuses?
There is RP bonuses if you do a compelling
say, strong armor and weapons are the core to maintaining a society. Perilous times. You cannot defend what you love.
While strong armor and weapons are certainly important to maintaining a strong society, I would argue that the use of metal reinforcements to brace struts and other components of building houses is far more important, as well as the use of metal in the home to support the hearth and to ensure that one's home does not collapse in on oneself.
Now the value of a well-crafted suit of armor and sword. She holds up glimmer so they can all bask in its glory.
Made that.
Behold!
Okay. Kelda looks and kind of gives a quiet nod as she kind of sits back down. Next up, you can see another female dwarf kind of stands up. Well, doesn't really stand up, but kind of, you can see she's kind of sitting in her chair a bit like sideways a little bit. And she goes, "My name is Fortunate Algira Cord. I am the leader and representative of the Gamblers Guild in Kovlar. We represent those that make their livelihood from gambling, be it thrill seekers, adventurers, thieves, whoever. So she kind of looks at you guys and goes, so my question to you lot is, what's the funniest thing that has ever happened to you?"
I'm gonna use my action to deduce. What do I roll
Sounds like
for that?
performance to me.
Perception or society?
Society.
Is that we can all do that for free? Or is that only,
yeah,
only
no,
one
you can
person
you can do
Wow.
you can do that, yeah.
Oh, I rolled it. Oh, there it goes. Boom.
Nice.
Pass.
Tell me your secrets.
Pass. Okay. Let's see. You guys will learn deception. Deception is a favorite skill. Thievery is a favorite skill. You also know that. You also, because of the crit from Shanava, also learn the actual value. The skepticism value is a 1.
That's so cool. All right.
So you just need
okay,
one
we got
pass.
this, guys. We only need one good zing. All right. Who wants to do it? Thievery
Or
and what's the other one?
deception.
Deception.
I think.
Deception.
Skills that Shanava does not have.
I am trained in deception. Let me check what my bonus is. Hold on. I have a 19 in deception because it's only trained. But I may as well just use diplomacy. May as well use diplomacy and.
Well, is the DC lower for the key skill?
Probably, but I have a diplomacy of 24.
Pretty even.
I can assist with diplomacy. I have a 22. And I can tell a funny story.
Dang, diplomacy.
I think. What was the fun? Oh, I'm going to go into detail about while we were in the Mwangi Expanse, how everybody but Perto was able to climb up into that. The abode. Like everybody was like the first time you're like, yeah, we got it, and then Perto fell on his ass like 3 times before managing to get up there.
I forgot about that.
We can talk about the hot pepper eating contest.
And the hot pepper eating
that was
contest. Oh, that was great. Yeah. All right, I'll roll that. Oof.
I
rolled a
assist
3.
you.
I will assist as well. Oh.
You only need to make a 20 to assist, though.
Yeah, well, made it.
30.
2 assists, or can you assist twice?
I'll use dancing lights and ghost sounds to help the storytelling experience with
Perfect.
special effects.
Okay. And is Proto Shanava doing anything?
No. Afraid of messing it up, Perto stands still and tries not to knock anything over.
Shanava's going to chime in and just laugh. She's going to diplomacy and chime in on, oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Boom!
Okay. So was that an 8 or was that your own separate roll for Shanava?
Oh, she's rolling her own.
Okay, just so she, the one looks and goes, that's quite amusing. It's always interesting to see how the surface dwellers struggle on their own 2 feet sometimes. That would be...
I patch Perto on the shoulder.
2.
Sonava will offer Perto a full tankard of ale.
I'll take a swig, but will not down the entire thing. In the middle of this.
She'll finish it. She'll finish what you don't. She'll look at the cup and swirl it around, look at you like, come on, man.
Next one is also another female, and you can see she kind of has looks to be like a mallet kind of around her belt. And she goes, my name is Aljoina Toraganis, representative of the Carpenters Guild for Kovlar, and we represent all the craftsmen that specialize with wood or paper, as well as some of the other ones, such as pottery and those that might not fit neatly into any other categories.
Okay, we're gonna do some. Oh no, never mind. I'm gonna wait for the question.
The deduction thing. You said I can roll perception for it as well.
You can, yes. Okay.
Did she answer the question already? Did I miss that?
I rolled it 2.
I'll pull the question too. It's the same thing either way. The question is, your best friend asks you for advice on the best home in which to raise a family. What do you tell them?
Well, obviously, you want a warren with plenty of room for storing your stuff. You need.
Make your perception checks.
It's free for the society or perception, right?
Correct. It's essentially you get one that and then you get one for the other one, yeah.
Okay.
Let's check 30 perception.
Nice sandy burrow in the near a water fixture or something. That would be nice.
So crafting, crafting, acrobatics, or nature.
Acrobatics.
Definitely going to use crafting. Van's going to go into detail about the best advice he would be to build a home for what you can grow into versus starting small and building out. Build big and then grow into it instead. Make sure it's sturdy too. And then go crafting
With metal reinforcements. There is nothing worse than waking up in the middle of the night only to discover that your members have cracked and your children are now buried.
I will assist on that one. I can do the crafting things. Explaining some of the finer wood-related intricacies, because that's Perta's special thing about architecture and how to make it look not just like a log cabin, etc. Different gradings of wood and what have you.
Chanel will also make a diplomacy. Oh man, dude, I'm rolling freaking rocks.
Guys are making such a strong case as the dwarf will also nod and take a step back.
What a nice, strong crib.
Next up, this time is a male dwarf. Introduces himself as Sentinel Fraston Stornborn, the representative and leader of the Guild of Faith here in Kovlar. Ooh. We represent all those, even though we are not a crafters guild, we represent all those that have a devout belief in faith and are followers of our beloved god Torag. But as for you, why does the well-being, comfort, and safety of Kovlar citizens even matter to you?
Oh no, you're really. This is a softball one. I'm sorry. I have to do it.
What's the skills, first of all? Do we know? Band roll pretty high.
Okay, so let's see. Van learns crafting.
Oh,
Ooh.
Interesting.
You also learn
guessing religion.
Open.
so crafting, society, and occultism.
Huh.
Also, because of the crit, you know the skepticism value is a 3.
Ooh.
So he doesn't want religion?
Doesn't want religion.
That doesn't really make sense.
He's a
Although
human. Let's
we
smite
did
him.
crit fail metagame wise. Apparently, that gives us a fake one. But
Oh.
I'm going to use crafting. I'm hoping that's not the fake one, but I don't know. He just seems like that person that would be religious.
Yeah.
But Van's gonna go. Van's gonna talk about the exploits of all the things that we have done for the other towns and how it's not about where you're helping people. It's just about helping people and being the best person that you can be.
Well, he's a follower of Torag, right? Isn't he the dwarven god of crafting and metalworking?
Yeah.
And I'll slip crafting into that.
Yeah, so
I
maybe
don't have another
if
hero point.
crafting is more religious than religion is. I will.
Much like the lucky drunk. Schnab's gonna take a gamble. Much like the lucky drunk, we've been wandering, bound places.
Oh, damn.
Bringing the. Ooh, nice. Bringing the.
What do you roll? 20
The word of
religion? Jesus Christ.
righteousness of our gods with us.
And the religion, that's a
Feel
pass.
like Caden has also brought me here to you. Taking a chance on religion.
Okay. A strong showing.
I don't even know what dozen it is down here.
Probably, she's a very old god.
I know, just so far from the sky.
Anybody else? Or is that it?
I think that's it.
Well, we got a crit over there, so if religion is a thing, damn it.
Okay.
Does he seem moved?
Seems satisfying with your answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Cool.
Okay.